Hi guys, it's Hani here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to decorate cake cookies. To make the cookies, I used a cutter by Sweet Sugar Belle, and it's a two-tier cake cookie cutter. If you notice cookies on the sides, they both are decorated in the same color scheme. Reason is I decorated two cookies for the Cookie Smackdown. The cookie on the right made the cut. This is the one I used in my Cookie Smackdown. If you haven't seen the Cookie Smackdown, be sure to check it out. Link is in the description box. Second cookie that I made, but it didn't make the cut, is the strawberry, let's call it a strawberry shortcake. And then a third cookie, I had to do a Snoopy. It's a perfect cutter for Snoopy. So let me know what you guys think about all of these designs. My favorite, of course, is the Snoopy, but you can choose your favorite and let me know in the comment section down below. And now let's get started. So here are the colors we're going to be using for two designs. We ended up using hot pink, two shades of teal, and also what appears to be ivory, but it's actually a gold yellow food coloring that I used. So first we're gonna start with light teal bottom tier using 15-second consistency, and we're gonna do really easy wet on wet leopard design, starting with hot pink, and then we're going to take dark teal, and all of these should be about 15-second consistency. Alright, right after you're done with the leopard design, we're gonna have to let that crust, and then you can take the gold yellow and make a little strip like that, and then use edible marker and draw the outlines for the second tier using dark teal. For this design, I would suggest that you use icing that is a bit thicker so you don't end up having cave-ins. About 20-second consistency would be just right. And then use your needle tool to smooth the icing and to shape it while the icing is still wet. Now we're gonna make royal icing transfer. So I have my paper template and I'm piping on a piece of acetate sheet using gold yellow royal icing, and we're gonna make a really cute bow. Again, for the bow you can use icing that is about 20-second consistency or so. Make sure that you let each section crust before adding section next to it. And with royal icing transfers, it is best to let these dry overnight so you can make these few days ahead. So I'm adding one. You want to use about piping consistency royal icing for the one. Alright, now we can peel off the bow from the acetate sheet, add a little bit of royal icing on the back, and then carefully position it on a cake. Alright, using a stiff royal icing and a small star tip, I'm piping cute little swirls. You're gonna have to let these dry overnight as well, and then you can just attach them onto the cake. I'm also going to add tiny little leaves. To make those, I'm going to create a V-shaped opening on my piping bag. And now we can pipe the leaves. Alright, so this is the first design. The second design is the strawberry shortcake. So I'm gonna start with the bottom, again using 15-second consistency royal icing. Now take dark teal and make straight lines across like this, and then we're gonna make lines perpendicular. Alright, let that crust, and then you can start with the top tier. I'm using 15-second consistency here as well. Now we're gonna make strawberries. These are going to be royal icing transfers. So you need to pipe these on a piece of acetate sheet or wax paper, or parchment will work as well, although I do recommend using acetate sheets. Let it crust, and then you can make the seeds using gold yellow royal icing. And we're going to finish this design by piping few leaves with dark teal. And then we're gonna have to let the strawberries dry overnight. Once dry, you can simply peel them off the acetate and you're ready to decorate the top of the cake. I'm adding another layer of gold yellow. And now, while the top is still wet, we're going to add strawberries. Press it into the icing gently. And I'm also going to add more strawberries on a bottom tier. So every other window is going to have a strawberry. You can just aim for a heart shape, and that will do for a strawberry. Now add the seeds. In this case, I'm adding the seeds on a wet royal icing, not like the big strawberries where we waited for it to crust. And now adding the leaves. Here I'm adding some dots just to add some interest to this design. Adding the dots on a seam, letting it crust, and then we're gonna add contrasting color dots between. Now using a small star tip, we're gonna add a really nice border around. Make sure you use icing that is stiff. And here's the second design. Third design is a Snoopy. So first we have to make royal icing flowers. I put wax paper on my baking sheet and I weighted the wax paper with some magnets. And now we're just gonna use stiff royal icing, make the flowers. For the center you can use pearls, or you can also use royal icing if you don't have pearls. Let these dry for a couple hours and then you can use them for your project. Using edible marker, draw the outline for the Snoopy on the top of the cake. And now, starting with piping consistency black royal icing, first we're going to outline the bottom tier, top tier, and Snoopy. Now starting with dark green, realizing about 15-second consistency. Make sure that you let the black outline crust for about 5-10 minutes. Now I'm using light green and we're going to blend these together. So now you're just gonna swirl away, swirl, 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 until you are happy with your design. Alright, I think that's almost done. Alright, so the bottom tier is finished. Now using about 20-second consistency realizing you can start with Snoopy. Let that crust and then you can take red realizing 15-second consistency and flood the top tier. Let it crust and then you can add the ear. Arm. Let the black outline crust and then fill it with white. Use edible marker to make the eyes and a paw, and now you can fill it with white, and a Snoopy is finished. We have few more things to do. Adding some leaves at the very bottom using stiff foil icing, and I'm also going to add those pretty daisy flowers we made. Use a little bit of foil icing on the back of each flower and then glue the flowers onto the icing. Now take black foil icing piping consistency and pipe 2 lines across the red top tier. And here is the finished Snoopy cake. Isn't it adorable? I love how this turned out. So today we made birthday cake, strawberry shortcake, and a Snoopy cake. Which of these guys do you like the best? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to give it thumbs up and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.